Previously on my channel, I'll be speaking with a legend today, Alex Yoong, and he's buying me coffee. Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, so my time in F1 was only a year and a half because I never did karting. So I
Yeah.
went from Sagas to AE92s to some single-seater racing.
Yeah. How long was that journey from your first race and then you enter F1?
Actually, it was only 10 years.
That temptation to just give up, right? Did that ever happen to you?
Yeah, but it happens with every sportsman. You have to sacrifice time with loved
Correct,
ones, you have to
correct.
sacrifice studies, you have to sacrifice a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah. To achieve that volume of practice, every time you are burning tires, you are burning fuel,
Yeah.
you are burning consumables, you risk crashing your car, right? All the engine rebuilds and all that. Each practice along the way is not only time consuming,
Yeah.
it's also very, very costly. Yeah.
If you want to master something, you need to do it for 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
I believe that's about accurate.
Yeah.
And in my day, we had no simulators.
Yeah.
So that's why all the drivers I coach, I say, if you're not on simulators or doing e-racing,
Yeah.
you're not going to make it.
Yeah. Just now you were saying about how guys with sims, with practice time and all that. I'm just curious, right? You keep saying sims, but you came through the old school way.
Yeah.
So how is it that racing on a video game allow you to create drivers that can cut it in the actual field?
Yeah, well, they not just create drivers, they're a lot better than the old school drivers.
Better.
Each generation that comes through, they especially the guys that come from the sims,
Yeah.
they're much better than the previous generation. Like Verstappen, you don't have Verstappen came to the scene and straight away a 17-year-old who's there.
Yeah.
That's only happened because of always sim driving. And you see that in the current generation, the Lando Norris's, George Russells, the Leclerc's.
Yeah.
They're stepping in straight away, and there's a sense of maturity that, and I believe that it's all coming from sims, because in the old days, people have always had the karting background.
Correct.
Where you're doing 150, 200 days a year.
Yeah.
But you're only doing karting, and then you're doing Formula 3, and then maybe Formula 4, and that's it, just doing single seaters. And then suddenly you're in Formula 1. Formula 1's like nothing else.
Yeah.
But these days, these guys are doing sim driving, so they're doing Le Mans, they're doing GP3, they're doing NASCAR, they're doing IndyCar. They're exposed to the whole gauntlet of different cars and different emotions, and they race against high-level competition all the time.
Yeah.
So there's a greater awareness of their driving.
Yeah.
Their driving is more rounded, less mistakes, and much more mature. So that's why the new generation is a lot better.
So you're saying with sims, there's a greater variety of skill sets that you can develop.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
driving skill set.
Yeah, well, drivers they're much more complete.
But the thing is that how can you can't replicate the actual feel of driving a car with a sim, can you?
No, but why do you need the actual feel? What you can recreate is direct drive wheels and pedals that feel just like a real race car.
Yeah.
People always go on about their backsides feeling the back of the car,
Yeah.
and that is true.
Yeah.
But that's also incorrect. You can still feel the back moving through the steering wheel.
Right. Right.
And you can recreate that in the sim. So what we have a generation of drivers who can do the same things you can in real life with much less stimuli. They don't have the stimuli at the backside, it's just visual and through their hands and their feet.
Yeah.
So they're able to do the same things with much less stimuli. So when they get into a real race car, and a real race car has so much more stimuli, it's very easy for them to do it.
So what you're saying is going from sim racing to real racing, it's actually easier for them in a way. Wow. So this is what this is your new project. This is what you're working on right now.
Yeah, and we're seeing, they always say the results in the pudding, and we do see that. We've had a few of our sim drivers get picked up by development programs, Toyota Gazoo, do great.
Yes, Gazoo Racing. You were there with the launch.
I was there at the launch. And the sim guys are getting the cars, and straight away lap one, they're on the pace. Never driven the car before, never,
First lap.
Or not. Yeah, pretty much.
But
straight
maybe
away.
not first lap, first few laps.
First lap, straight away on the pace. Faster than the other drivers who are karting all the time.
Wow.
So, yeah, and I see that universally.
Universally, so means that
careful. Not all sim drivers universally, because there are sim drivers that can specialize in one or two games and be very fast. But they can pick up very bad habits. So what we do is we try and get the sim drivers, and there are some games that you have these bad habits. So we work so they don't have those bad habits. And then when they get to the car, they're fine. But it's the same try. We get real race car drivers come here, and we always spend the first day trying to get rid of their bad habits. So just like real race car drivers, sim drivers can have some bad habits. But the sim drivers are quick in all the platforms, are universally quick in all platforms. We don't have to give them much coaching. Because to be quick in all the platforms, you have to understand your craft. So that means they know what they're doing.
Because if you are quick in one particular game, it could also mean that you have learned to hack the bugs of that game.
Exactly, that's what we see. The guys doing Sepang track days and they're in the Civics or whatever, it's just a habit. So when I get them on the Sims, they all often have a lot of bad habits we have to work through before they can even get quick on the Sims, let alone trying to change a different car or a different game. So for me, when I see people driving track days, they've learned how to hack it, but they don't understand their craft.
You're right.
So that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to teach people the full craft of driving. Understeer, oversteer, front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, front engine, rear engine. Why do we do that? And why can we blame slip angles? Why can we go over slip angles with certain cars and certain tracks and certain conditions? We can do all this on the sim. The good thing is, and because we've got real life engineers here, we have people who've done all this.
You have engineers?
Yeah, we have engineers here as well.
Why do you need engineers with the game?
Because we're doing data logging. So when we're doing data logging and stuff, we need to do math channels. We do traction circle math channels. So we look at how a driver drives through a corner and make sure he does the traction circle properly. So for all that sort of complicated stuff, I need a guy that can do math channels. So that's why we have engineers here.
So you're saying that all these games that you have here generate the same kind of data that you guys regularly dealt with during your...
It's never perfect.
Of course.
So some games might be 20% correct when we put out data. Some games might be as high as 60 or 70% correct. But it's still never going to be 100%. Because these are commercial games that the public can buy. These are not bespoke softwares that
But that is where your engineers come in.
That's what
interpret the data.
But that's where we come in as well. Because we've done the real car driving, we can say, okay, this what you're doing here is not real. It might be working right now for this game right now, but it won't work in real life. So let's try and do it the proper way. And whenever we do it the proper way, it's never slower. It's always faster or at least the same time. So that's if we suddenly find a game where a hack is quicker than a real life driving, then we don't use that game. Because it doesn't help coach our drivers. But basically all the games we use, the real life driving, the real life techniques you use in them is as quick as a hack at the very least. And most often it's quicker.
So can I what you call speculate, or rather can I arrive at this conclusion that with this simulated driving business, what you're offering is that people who come to this, you can have practically unlimited practice time in terms of the variety of cars and the variety of venues and the variety of vehicle configuration.
So we had some guy coaching him from a Renault here in iRacing, and the coaching we're giving him was exactly like we do at Sepang. So you take a Formula Renault at Sepang, that's going to be 3,000 euros for one day, assuming there's no damage.
You're assuming you don't crash the car.
If you break a wing end plate, that's 300 euro. Assuming there's no damage. We did that iRacing at a different track in Japan, and we had him here for a day, so maybe it cost like 500 ringgit or something. and we did everything, but he ran maybe twice the mileage he would normally get in Sepang.
Yeah.
You know, so
And the thing is, he doesn't have to really worry about crashing the car.
there's no doubt.
Because in the real Sepang, if you crash a car, that's a heavy bill.
Yeah.
But here, if you crash, you reset and you try again.
So you do get some of the old school guys. They come on the sims and they struggle.
Yeah.
Because obviously you don't have any depth perception.
I mean, I struggled the other day when you let me try it. I struggled too.
Yeah. Because in a real life car you have two eyes.
Yes.
So the sense of depth is very good.
Yeah.
In these, we're using monitors.
It's a screen.
It's like driving with one eye.
Yeah, correct.
So you don't have any depth perception. So it's really hard.
Yeah.
But if you do enough driving, you get over that.
Yeah.
Like learning how to shoot with one eye, you can get over it.
Yeah.
And once you get over that, then you improve very quickly.
Because you learn to be competitive, to drive competitively,
Yeah. And the young kids
relying on fewer sensors.
Exactly. And the young kids who come in who have never driven a real car, no problem. They pick it up straight away.
Right.
Yeah, because they don't have a problem with sense of depth because they're used to seeing.
Because we are used to driving with sense of depth, with driving with feeling the forces.
Yeah. So there are like VR.
Right.
Gives you a very good sense of depth. So sort of the real life drivers can pick up the simulators quite quickly if they use VR.
Yeah.
But personally, I don't like VR. It makes me motion sick.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But yeah, there are ways around it.
Really too much for me. What'll I do? What'll I do? What'll I do?
So what do we have here?
We're going to look at some data now.
Yeah.
Nicky here, he's actually been with us for, I don't know, 2 or 3 months now. And he's going to do his first 12-hour race next week, actually.
Oh, nice. Where?
Yeah. Well, it'll be Barcelona.
Oh.
But he'll be here, obviously, at the Sim
right.
Center.
Yeah.
So he's practicing in the GD4 car.
Oh, nice.
And we'll pull up some data in a while.
So, okay, now I'm just going to come here. And he's really looking at it from the perspective of the driver's seat.
Yeah.
This is the only way you would train them, right? Because you see you have the mirrors.
Yeah.
The mirrors there.
Exactly.
That's the safety belt there.
And you know, this very good force feedback wheel, so you can feel the oversteer through the wheel when it happens.
Yeah.
He's got the racing lines at the moment because he's learning the track.
Yeah.
But normally we turn off the racing lines.
Yeah. The one good thing I can see about training like this is that the race coach can be just standing right next to him and watching him and barking instructions to him immediately, right?
I would never, because I've done a lot of coaching on track.
Yeah.
From advanced driving schools to Brands Hatch to Laguna Seca, wherever. And I would never, I don't want to say never, but I would always want to do this first.
Yeah.
Because you can achieve a lot more on the track day if you do this first.
Right.
Because you can get around, you can work on stuff.
Yeah.
Then you go to the track and work on it. Problem is when you go to the track first, there's so much to take in, there's so much thing, you can't really get a chance to work on. We're just basically saying brake here, change gear here, throttle here.
Yeah.
But we're not actually working on the driving. So we can work on the driving here and then take it to the track.
It's a bit like, computer modeling in production, right? Where you develop a prototype on the computer, iron out all the bugs first, and then you build an actual working prototype. You shorten the development process by putting a lot of it in the virtual world.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But the question I have for you is, a driver who comes through this, when you put them into the real racing, into real world racing, what would be the finishing touches that you would still inevitably have to put in for them?
Well, in the case of 2 of our sim drivers, nothing. I just got in the car and they were there straight away. I didn't have to teach them anything. They were just there.
Right.
But yeah, some guys, like I've had a couple other guys who've never driven a real race car. I had to work a lot with them because they're only quick on GT Sport. And GT Sport, you can be quick with a lot of bad habits.
Right.
So that had to do a lot of work.
Yeah.
But some sim drivers, no work at all.
Nice. Very, very nice. Oh my god, what does it even say here?
This is basically what's happening when a driver is driving in a racetrack.
Yeah.
Okay. So obviously when he's driving in a racetrack, you know, he's moving around,
Yeah.
everything's 3D.
Yeah.
This is just everything in 2D. So we got all the values versus the distance. So as he
Yeah.
progresses, so 100 meter, 200 meter, what he's doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can see the speed,
Correct.
steering angle,
Correct.
RPM,
gear,
gear,
brake, throttle,
brake, throttle.
and then G forces.
Wow. So you obviously have a fast eye to be able to spot all the patterns in this mat. You're trained for this, lah.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Right.
It's stuff like this that Nicky, when he's driving, and even if a driver coach is next to him,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be able to spot because it happens so fast.
Yeah, correct.
We transition from the brake.
Correct.
But then when we open the data, everything's there.
Yeah.
So we can then, okay. So you see, you have an issue where you're transitioning is a bit too quick. So you need to slow down a little bit. Okay, so here. So it's like a recurring trend.
Yeah.
And this is what we tell the drivers, and then the driver can improve.
Right. And from what I can see, this requires a high level of technical expertise to interpret.
Yeah.
And if I may ask, what is your what's your experience before this?
So I'm a data engineer.
All right.
I work with Eurasia Motorsport.
Okay.
We just came back from Le Mans 24 hours
Yeah.
in September.
Yeah.
September, I think.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just came back this year. So I'm doing LMP2 with them.
Yeah.
So the data system over there is quite more intensive
Yeah.
than this. So
Yeah.
I'm already quite used to this already.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this for 2 years now. Started in Formula 4, then I worked to LMP2.
Wow.
So yeah.
Yeah, amazing. I wouldn't have expected a sim to have this level of detail, right, built into it. All right, thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pretty exciting stuff that you have here, and the potential of this, right? It's amazing.
Yeah, thank you. I mean, we certainly hope so, because we could have one of these academies in every population center in Malaysia, and then we can start expanding outside to the region as well.
Okay. Yeah, you're planning to open more of these.
Yeah,
Right.
I've been asked to open it already
Right.
in other places.
Right.
But we're still working on fine-tuning the syllabus, getting more instructors trained, and then we're looking to try and expand.
Yeah, because you see, I'm a parent right now, right? So I see this as one thing I can see. This is a very affordable means of letting my kids try their hands in motorsport.
Yeah.
Because like hearing what you said, right, about how you have to go, how people go to go-kart and all that. Even motorsports, even at grassroots level, at its most basic level, it's a very expensive business. Every practice session, you burn tires, you burn fuel, you burn consumables, you run the risk of getting into an accident that rack up your bill even further.
Yeah.
But this removes all that, right?
Yeah.
It brings the cost in a way to no different from sending your kids to piano classes.
Exactly, and that's what we're seeing. When we're doing the syllabus, I was really creating it for people like 12 and older.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a lot of 6-year-olds and 8-year-olds with their parents come down because the kids just love motorsport.
Yeah.
Because motorsport's exciting. We forget that sometimes, that motorsports is exciting, because we watch too much Formula 1.
Yeah.
But it can be exciting, the kids love it. So we're adapting our syllabus now for the younger kids as well.
Yeah. Hey, so if I send my daughter here, got special rate?
For you, for sure.
But okay, guys. So if any of you guys, if you want to try your hand, being coached in motorsports, this is the place to be, right? Where it is so much more accessible than previously thought. Because like even you look at go-karting, right? $60 gets you 10 minutes around the go-kart track, right? Whereas you compare $60 say on a futsal court, that gets me a lot of minutes of kicking time.
Yeah.
So what you're doing here, it puts access to motorsports on a much more affordable level. It casts a bigger net, a bigger audience.
Exactly.
Right.
So I mean, yeah, bring down your kids. If you want to learn how to drive, come on down.
Yeah.
Also, we're looking to try and grow the business, you know, because we have our competitions as well, which are regional based competitions. And we need more. We need to increase our team, you know. So we're looking for more cash inflow to try and hire business development guys. Come on down.
So if anybody out there is looking for a business opportunity to invest, right? You want to invest in this is something that is quite new. You're breaking new ground. Not exactly rocket science, perhaps.
No.
But I think you're the first one to try and do it. And you are unique because you have your set of expertise to bring into the field that not many people have access to.
Exactly. We have a top to bottom approach. We can take care of everything. We got first movers advantage, everyone, because we're definitely the first people. But like you said, it's not rocket science. So we see people already trying to copy us in Indonesia. Sri Lanka are also trying to do that as well. But yeah, you know.
But they can't copy your CV.
No.
No. Yeah. So guys, what Alex is starting here, it's very exciting. Okay. It's whether you are looking for motorsport coaching, he's here. You're looking for an avenue to invest into a business, he's here. You're looking for a job, he's looking for a business development guy, and he gets more investors on board. There's also more job opportunities away at this place, right?
Absolutely.
Right. So I'm going to include the relevant contact details in our description section later. You let me know. Okay. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Alex, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's an honor for me. It's a great honor for me to have you featured on my channel. Right. I mean, I've watched you on the TV screen during your Formula One days. So to have the opportunity to get to know you in person and to feature you.
Oh, it's a great
honor for me.
Pleasure's all ours, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you like our content, hope you can hit the like and subscribe buttons. Join us also on Evo Club, where we have services such as insurance renewal, inspection centers, trusted workshops, extended warranty, even a business opportunity to run your own car wash. Sign up at club.evomalaysia.com today, and I'll see you in the next video.
Saved about 500 bucks.
You save about 1,000 plus.
To work out cheaper for me.
4,000.
215, even more.
Facebook for 200 plus. 400 bucks of savings.